Alright, hello YouTube. I am back in the aircraft. Flight Sim 2020, flying my mighty 182. November 452 Bravo Hotel. I am sitting here in Van Horn, and we are going to do a little flight to, where am I going to? Oh my gosh. Carlsbad. Jeepers. Completely lost my train of thought. So yeah, we're going to head up to Carlsbad, where the Carlsbad Caverns are. Let's see if I can get this plane started. Turn on the avionics. Probably, no, let's not turn on the avionics. Let's turn on the beacon lights and the nav lights. Got some throttle on here. Got some fuel. Alright, now we'll turn on the avionics. I'll go ahead and turn on the panel lights, even though I don't think the panel light switch works on my switch box. But let's see. So you can see on my GPS here, that is saying direct to Carlsbad, where the Carlsbad Caverns are. But that's not how we're flying. We are going to fly out of here. And we're going to go up to a waypoint called Dilly, and then we're going to turn right and head towards a VOR. So I'm going to go ahead and dial that in. Nav 1, 116.3. Put that in Nav 1, and let's see. I'm going to want a 025 radial to that, so when it comes time, whoops, we'll go this way. 025, and I don't know. I don't know how to switch that between GPS and nav radio on this aircraft. Interesting. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off so I can. There's usually a GPS nav button. This is saying it's GPS. Okay, that's switching between the comm radio and the nav radio. Yeah, where's the GPS/nav button? I do not know. So that's going to be making it more difficult for me. Do-do-do-do. I am just looking here. Let's see, let's get this going. So we're going to be flying VOR. Or VFR, I mean VOR. Still thinking about that nav. We got half a tank of fuel. We got plenty of fuel for this run. Alright, well, we'll just see what's going on. Okay, so let's go COM 2. We are going to go to let's see, 119.925 it says. And let's switch that. Let's see if we push this COM 2 button. If we start getting 3004.
Wind 243 at 8. Visibility 10. Sky condition, ceiling 13,700 feet broken. Temperature 9 Celsius. Dew point 10 Celsius. Altimeter 3004.
Alright, so we got our weather. So let's go ahead and go into here. And I'm going to tune the traffic at 122.9. And let's see. We're going to depart to the north. It's not letting me choose. Oh, there we go. Select the runway. With those winds, 243, we want to take off from runway 25.
Kilo Victor Hotel, November traffic November 452 Bravo Hotel is taxiing to runway 25.
Alright, so we will turn on our taxi lights, close that window there. And, oh man, I think I gotta look at a chart here. I gotta look at my map because I'm not even sure where I'm at here. Runway 25. Okay. So I got a taxi over that way, and then down there, and then way over there. Okay. Got it. Got it. Got it. Alright. Let's back this view up a little bit. Kill the parking brake. I don't know if this button's working. It is working. Alright. Dude, we're just going to run you over. Because I don't know how to do a pushback. Just duck, dude. Just duck. Oh my gosh, I got cars on the... don't crash into me, dude. Man, I got cars everywhere. As you can see, it's early morning here. In real time, it is 7:23. I got my simulator set to an hour ahead because I didn't want to fly in the dark. So we should be crossing this runway and heading over here. I've never done this. I've never taken off from this runway over here. So this is interesting. Yesterday we were in El Paso, and God, I'm nervous moving my head because I'm used to head tracking being on. Yesterday we were in El Paso, and Shelby got her windshield replaced, which took about, I don't know, hour and a half. They said it was going to take 3 hours, but they kind of snuck her in, because we were waiting. But it's right by the airport, so I went on my phone and got 2 apps running. Well, 1 app and 1 website. I went to that website where you can listen to the radios. So I tuned in the tower on my cell phone so we could hear the planes talking to the tower. It's pretty neat. They have one that's all of them. So you could hear approach, departure, the tower, ground. It would just pipe all of that to you. And then I was also using another app, which I can't remember the name of it. And we'll stop here. And let's see, let's set the parking brake. Make sure it's set. Where we could I could click on the planes on this app and see where they were headed and all that stuff, type of aircraft. All right, we're going to go ahead and do our little run-ups. We're going to give it some throttle. Go 1700 RPM, and I'm going to switch to just one. Yep, we got an RPM drop. Switch back to both. Magnetos is what I'm checking. And now I'm going to switch to the other magneto. We got a drop, and I'll switch back to both and see it come right back up. Okay. Let's get up here where I can see, and let's announce our takeoff. Depart to the north.
Kilo Victor Hotel November, traffic November, 452 Bravo Hotel, taking off runway 17, departure to the north.
Well, it said runway 17, even though I'm not at runway 17. That's interesting. I am going to be looking into a new ATC software that it's supposed to be releasing. Beyond ATC is what it's called. Yeah, right there, big 2.5, right on the ground in front of me. Make sure no one's coming here. This is kind of a short runway. See, this is the runway. Look at that windsock. This is the runway we want. Beyond ATC is what it's called. All right, I think we're ready to go. Let's just motor up and go. I can't remember how long this runway is, so we just got it going. Airspeed is active. $60 knots. 70 knots. Let's go ahead. See, there's 17. Let's go ahead and get this bird off the ground. Tap the brakes and we'll pull up the gear. There is the big city of Van Horn. We're going to head to the right here and see which way we're going. We want to be going just a little bit west of north. So let's see. Heading hold. But I want to go right about there. I'm looking for about 358-ish. Hopefully we can get up above these mountains before we get to them. Our goal is to get to 7,500 feet. I have my deck board running, sitting right in front of me. So I reached up, that's how I'm doing the park and brake, and I set the autopilot based on that. I'm still working on trying to get the altitude hold to work using this. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off them taxi lights. I never did turn on my strobes, and I never did turn on my landing lights because I don't think the landing light switch on the switch box works. So let me go down here. Let's zoom in on this, see what I got going on. Taxi lights off. Look, this doesn't even have a strobe light button. Yeah, we're going to clear the mountains just fine. We got a nice climb going. The reason I chose to go to this dilly on the way is this mountain right here. I believe that's the highest point in Texas. It's just north of us here in Van Horn. So I'm going to fly up there, and I wanted to get closer to the mountain. You can see our track on the GPS is way over to the right. Let's go ahead and tune up Albuquerque Center 135875. I could just push the button, but I have a panel over here. So I can physically turn the knobs. And yeah, let's go ahead and request flight following.
Albuquerque Center, November 452 Bravo Hotel is type C182RG 7 miles north of Kilo Victor Hotel, November 7,200 feet. Request flight following.
Hopefully you can.
November 452 Bravo Hotel, Albuquerque Center. Squawk 0217.
0217. 0217.
Squawk 02172 Bravo Hotel.
I should probably go ahead and turn this on.
2 Bravo Hotel, radar contact 8 miles north of Kilo Victor Hotel, November 7,500 feet. Altimeter 30.02.
All right.
Roger 2 Bravo Hotel.
I'm glad she said that because I forgot to set the altitude hold did work. I pushed the button. You can see right down here, it locked it at 7,500 feet. She said the altimeter is 3002 now. So let me. Change that. So we're reading a little bit higher. Just in case that works. I can just push this button, but then I gotta raise my seat. It's bumpy. It is bumpy out here. I gotta lower my seat. Oops. Oh no. Okay. I pushed the wrong button, which is the secondary button I have assigned to put the landing gear down. Alright, so we are at altitude. Let's go ahead and set our let's get the engine set where we want it. So I'm going to pull the throttle back to about manifold pressure 20. I'm going to pull back the RPM of the prop to about 22. And then I'm going to watch this EGT gauge, and I'm going to pull back the mixture. See, we're running way too rich. See how the EGT is going up? Keep pulling it back until it starts to drop. There, it dropped. So I will raise it back up just a hair. See, it went to peak and it started to drop just a hair. That's where I want it. So let's go back to Alright. So we're all set. If I could figure out how to change this nav GPS light. I don't know what that is. Maybe let's see. That says it's on nav.
643 descend and maintain 6,000 feet.
That says nav, but it's not.
Descend and maintain
'Cause
6,000 feet. Left flight 3643.
this is way over here. Okay. I'm gonna go look for that. I'm gonna pause this and come back. I'll be right back. Okay, so I should be back. Looks like I'm back. And I did set a button on my thing. I found it. Haven't tested it yet. So let's see. Nav GPS. There it goes. Okay, you can see on here, this changed to V-lock. And this line went to the left instead of the right. So now when I get to the right spot, when I get to that dilly, that yellow line should center, and then I know to turn right. Oh, look at this, look at this. Okay, while we were goofing around, I'm flying over Blue Origin. I think that's right there. I think that's the barn where Shelby works. I knew I'd be going out this direction. So this should be the launch pad, and the landing pad should be right out here behind my post. See, I can switch to outside, but I can't pan the views the way I would like. I don't know if I can with the mouse. Oh, I can. Let's see, this way. Now we're so far away, I can't hardly see it. My mouse, I have to put on this side. That's kind of awkward for me. All right. So here we go. Yeah, we're all right. So we're just cruising right along. This was only 35 miles to get to Dilley, where I got to turn. And I did check the altitudes. I am safe as long as I don't fly over that big peak over there. None of these mountains are over 7,000 feet. Radios are awful quiet, I'm noticing. So we got an indicated airspeed here of what? I didn't set that. Let's see. I gotta look at my thermometer. We got an air temp of about, was that 38? Fahrenheit. So let's see. Well, I don't know.
Southwest 167 climb and maintain flight level 380.
Huh. I thought I was supposed to zero that at the temperature. But I can't. It won't go that way. Interesting. All right. Well.
Southwest 167 climb and maintain flight level 380.
Yeah, southwest. Okay. Yeah, usually I would have distances dialed in and stuff, so I knew exactly. But I'm just kind of going off of this.
167 climb and maintain flight level 380.
I'm just kind of going off that radial. But anyway, I guess I never did figure because I was. So we're going about 125 is our indicated airspeed, but here's our ground speed at 139. So we're doing okay. We are doing okay. I'm going to go ahead and get set up a little bit here. I'm going to set my COM2 to 118.375. 118, and you can see that changing right here. You can see my mouse while I'm turning this knob. 118.375 is what I'm looking for. Oh, there it was, 118.375. I'll push this other button to switch it to the left side. Apparently it switched and switched back. Now that's the weather radar radio for our airport we're headed to. Why can I never remember? Because I haven't had enough tea yet. That's why. Carlsbad Caverns. Carlsbad. That's where we're going. Carlsbad. And again, since it's so early in the morning, it's not. Well, Kelly might be up now. I snarfed the coffee pot. She was asleep when I came out here, so I took it full of tea, not coffee. So let's see. Let's look over here. Oh no! God, I keep pushing that wrong button. Now we're behind the thing. Let's go ahead and look outside. Wow, look how far the mountain looks compared to when we're inside the aircraft. Really bouncing around though, aren't we? When we're inside, it looks a lot closer. Oh, it looks like this indicator needle's getting a little closer. When it gets centered on there, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch to nav hold instead of heading hold, so that it should turn me and lock me onto that. Everything looks good here. I miss flying. So I had said in my truck stim video that I was going to just put up all the gear for flight simming over here, but use VR only. Well, then I got to looking, and my video card, I'm just running a NVIDIA RTX 2060. It has 4 video outputs. Now I have the big screen over here that I drive truck stim and all the racing stims and anything else I do is over there. Steering wheel's mounted right here. Of course, I got the pinball table back here. Pinball table has the play field and the back glass. So right there was 3 screens. I have a 4th input, and I had a spare 32-inch television that we weren't using at all. So guess what I did? I had a HDMI cable that's long enough to get from the PC that sits over there kind of between the driving and the pinball. Ran an HDMI cable over here, and boom, flight sim. While it's really cool to do the flight sim in the headset, you know, just be able to look around and everything being in 3D and the scale and all that, but it looks better and flies better this way. I can read all the gauges just fine. In this headset, I can't read the gauges very well. All that stuff is a little bit blurry. The scenery looks okay because it's further away, but you lose out on some of the detail. It just looks really good. And I'm not one of those people that is all about, oh my gosh, I gotta have 1,000 frames a second and running at 27K. You know, I don't even have a 4K monitor. I run at 1080p and I lock the frames at 60 frames a second. Why might you ask? Why, you might ask? Why do I run at 1080p and lock it at 60 frames a second when people are running, you know, they got, for one, they're running 3070s, 3090 cards, 4070s, 4090s, probably some 4080s too, I don't know. And they're running at 120 hertz, 150 frames a second, all that stuff. I'm not a big fan of overstressing. Why's our airspeed drop so far? Because what kills you as far as realism and all that, and feeling like you're in the plane instead of, it's not the frame rate, because I hate to tell you, and you can argue with me if you want, but there is a limit to what your eyes can detect. 60 frames a second looks absolutely smooth, butter. It is perfect. But if you start having stutters and dropped frames, you will notice that like no other. And when you're running those high frame rates, and when you're running, this is a 60 hertz monitor for one, so it's locked in. It's not, the screen refresh is not, saw a guy on Reddit, he has a 100 and, what is it, his monitor is at 133 hertz refresh rate, and he was running, he said when it gets to 60 frames a second it looks bad. Well, the math doesn't work out, so mine's doing 60 frames a second, and that's my monitor refresh rate. So every time the monitor refreshes, it has a whole new screen. Everything is synced up. Well, it looks like my manifold pressure dropped a little. Maybe that's why. Oh, look, we missed our spot. Let's go nav hold. Aircraft should turn to the right. See, I was watching this. It crossed over. So we'll make this turn. Look at those reflections on the window. That's kind of cool. Yeah, so anyway, that's my little rant about
Southwest 5264 climb and maintain flight level 3900.
So let's see. Yeah, it had to correct. I'm going to go ahead and increase my manifold pressure. Maybe I set it at 20. I'm going to go up to 22. And see, I used to always keep this trigger button back here set to reset myself. Now it brings up that window. I might change it back because I'm not used to it. Why is the landing gear say it's down? That's why we slowed down. I must have pushed that. I gotta change those buttons. I don't want a button for landing gear. Luckily, we were inside.
5264 climb and maintain flight level 3990.
As long as we're inside that green circle on speed, it's safe to put the landing gear down.
Climb and maintain flight level 3990 Southwest 5264.
My goodness. Yeah, I'm gonna unbind those buttons. Not now. I'll do it some other time. Let's go ahead and zoom out. See, now we're gonna actually cross this line because the airport is here, but the VOR we're headed to is down here. Oops, wrong way. Yeah, this is where we're headed, that VOR right there. But let's go ahead, I need to put another button too to pull up, turn on COM2, and I'm going to leave it to both, so if the other radio talks.
Kilo Charlie November Mike automated weather observation 1300 Zulu. Wind 303 at Niner. Visibility 10. Sky conditions: few clouds at 9,800 feet, ceiling 13,700 feet, overcast. Southwest trees, temperature climb and maintain flight level 380.10.
See, they talked over each other.
Altimeter 29992.
29992.
Kilo
That-
Charlie November Mike automated weather observation
303 at 9, right?
Wind 303 at Niner. Visibility 10. Sky conditions: few clouds at 9,800 feet, ceiling 13,700 feet, overcast. Temperature 12 Celsius. Dew point 10 Celsius. Altimeter 29992.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and turn that off. I'm going to go in here and tell them let's cancel our flight following.
Albuquerque Center, 2 Bravo Hotel, cancel flight following.
She should tell me to squawk 1200.
2 Bravo Hotel Albuquerque Center cancellation received. Squawk 1200. Frequency change approved.
Okay, now watch this. I'm going to switch to 1229, which is the local, but it doesn't know that. So you still have to go into the settings, choose the nearest airport, and 3 there, Kvhn City. That's where we're going. Oh, look at traffic is 123.0 in here instead of 122.9.
Delta 780 descend and maintain flight level 340.
There we go. Now it knows that. It knows that I did that. But you can't just tune in the thing and automatically be selected to so let's choose a runway. Let's see, the winds are 303, so it looks like we'll go with 32 right. I'm going to pull up the charts and see if there's any reason why I would want to use the other. Unfortunately, I can't show you this, but oh, I think I have it over here. 32 left. 32 left is a longer runway, but 32 right should be fine. It's 4,600 feet, and it's closer to the parking. So let's do that. We'll do 32 right. I gotta get over here or it won't work. So runway 32 right. And we are going to announce that we're doing a full stop landing. We're a little far away yet. We'll do that later. Still 20 miles away. Can zoom in a little here though. And lining up, going over to this VOR will help us line up with the runway. This DME here, this distance, that's to the actual airport though. So airport altitude is 3,294, so roughly 33. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set it to the local altimeter, 29902. You got to be careful when you're using the scroll wheel for your zoom in and out, because if you get on one of these knobs, it'll just start rotating it. Now here's where I can't use my button thing. If I want to change my altitude that I'm set to, I can change it down. We'll go down to 5,500 feet, but then I got to do this also, and I don't have buttons to turn those wheels. And since we're descending, I'm going to go ahead and pull some power. And let's go ahead and get our taxi lights and landing lights on, even though the landing lights doesn't tick on. And we'll go ahead and announce that we're going to do our full stop landing. And we'll tell the position.
Kilo Charlie November Mike traffic November 452 Bravo Hotel 18 miles southwest 7,200 feet inbound to land runway tree to right.
Runway tree to right. I have a button down here on my throttle quadrant to put the flaps down when the time comes for that. Yeah, I think I was supposed to start my descent a little sooner than that, but that's okay. Let's see, if I push the altitude button, will it change? No, it locked it there. Dang it. Okay. We're still going to go down to 55. We're going to descend a little faster. I think that's our airport right up here. And I don't know, let me see. I'm going to pull up my thing and see if there is an approach plate for it. Let's see. Oh, if you wanted to use ILS, there are no approach plates at all for 3-2 right. This says I should be at 5,000 feet. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and come down to 5,000 instead. Just caught that right in time. Oh, We are not. I didn't catch it in time. Look, our descent is not. There we go. Let's get down there. Let's get down there quicker. And we are. Let's go ahead and announce our position.
Kilo Charlie November Mike traffic November 452 Bravo Hotel 11 miles south 5,200 feet inbound to land runway tree to right.
It looks like someone else is out there.
Traffic wingspan 9 are ready for IFR departure runway tree.
Taking off on runway 3. Does my heading bug. Okay. I didn't know what these buttons, what these sliders I had set for. I don't know what I got that set for. I should put that to my flaps, and it's right on my, that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in a little bit so I can see my gauge. My gauge is better. Because once we hit the VOR over here, I'm going to turn left to 320, but I want to be able to see where my heading bug is. All right, let's go ahead and put the gear down before we make the turn. And I'm going to go to the first notch of flaps. You can see the flap lever over there on the right. Now to go down any further on flaps, I got to be slowed down to inside the white circle in here, which shouldn't be a problem. We're coming into land. I'm going to go full prop and rich up the alright, you should be able to watch right here. I'm going to switch to heading hold, but I'm going to use the buttons instead. So let's go heading hold and let's pull this to 320 and see where this puts us. There you go. Okay, let's kill the autopilot, because that is not our runway. Our runway's over here, and we are way high. So I'm going to pull some power.
Charlie November Mike traffic November 452 Bravo Hotel 5 miles southeast 4,900 feet inbound to land runway tree to right.
Get my feet up on the rudder pedals, do some rudder kicks, make sure, and let's go one more notch of flaps. Slow us down a bit. And we'll just go ahead and announce that we're on final.
Kilo Charlie November Mike traffic November 452 Bravo Hotel is on final runway tree 2 right to land.
I want to get going too fast here. I don't know what that other guy's doing. I guess it was a chick. And let's go ahead and full flaps. So balloon up. Take a look, make sure our flaps are down. Good shape for the shape we're in. Let's make sure that the winds have not changed.
Kilo Charlie November Mike automated weather observation 1400 Zulu. Wind 163 at 6. Visibility 10.
It did.
Sky conditions
163.
9,800 feet, ceiling 13,700 feet overcast. Temperature 9 Celsius. Dew point 10 Celsius. Altimeter 29902. Kilo
No-
Charlie November
no
Mike
wonder.
automated weather observation 1.
All right, well, we're just going to land the wrong way. We have committed. Crosswind landing. And actually, it's at our back. It's worse than just a crosswind. It's at our back. But I watched that yesterday in El Paso. We could see the windsock from where we were at, and there were periods where people were taking off with the wind. See, now that windsock looks like we're okay. No, we're not okay. We are landing with the wind. And we'll pull the flaps up. And let's get off of this runway. Yeah, we landed with the wind. Let's turn off the, we'll leave the taxi lights on, turn off the strobes that we don't have. And we will announce that we are clear of the runway.
Kilo Charlie November, Mike Traffic November 452 Bravo Hotel is clear of the runway.
Oh, and I didn't set up that other program. I don't think I can play the replay of the landing. That's one thing I don't like on Flight Sim. Is this my parking guy? He's telling me to come to the right when I'm... Slow down, he's saying. My brakes are a little touchy. That guy just walks between me and him. Alright, park and brake set. Make sure it's still set. It's set. We are good to go. And let's turn off those. Turn off our avionics. And let's turn off the alternator and shut her down. And the guy just vanishes. Alright, so there you go. We have made it. Let's go outside, take a peek around. That guy's just wandering. And we're going to go visit Carlsbad Caverns. So, thanks for watching in this experimental flight. And catch you on the next one. Peace!